What's up, everyone? Ben Rezzi here for Odd Chopper. Good morning. Happy Friday, September 13th. In the sports world, yes, Saturday college football, Sunday NFL. But in the meantime, we got to put a bet on the board for Friday. Try to make some money before the weekend. That's what we're here to do. I want to welcome you into the channel, All Things Betting. Here, I'm giving you one pick and one pick only. We got plenty more at Odd Chopper. Take a look around. If you like what you see, subscribe. Let's look backwards, then we'll look forwards. Texas State, my squad. I was actually planning a surprise. If they won, I was going to buy a sweatshirt, rock it on betting you next week. We're not going to spend too much time on the game. I'll say this. We got them at +1. They closed -2.5. They looked great. They're up 21-7, and they lost the game because Texas State turns the ball over too much. We talked about that in the video. You cannot turn it over 3 times. You can't have 5 drives end in no points or a punt. Too many of them. Credit to Arizona State. I actually thought they played pretty well. So really competitive game. That's the breaks. Happy with the read. We move on. Now, let's get into it. So we've got the board right here. Also going to talk about tails in just a second, but I will get to this pick first. Arizona State. See, they're on my mind. Arizona, the Wildcats, going against Kansas State in Manhattan tonight. Tough game. I think there's a lot of different ways you can play it. I know the side that I want. I'm telling you right now in Discord, we're going to do some fun stuff with this game. But I also am going to lay the 7. Just a standard bet for me, nothing multi-unit. 7 at -115 is fine. Let's talk about these teams. So, fascinating game for a lot of different reasons. Arizona, 2-0. What have they done? Well, they hung a ton of points, 60 points on New Mexico. New Mexico's terrible. And they were great. Fafita was awesome. They were throwing the ball all over the place. The offense was just dominant. Then they played an FCS school in northern Arizona, and they were down 10-6 at half. Everything was sluggish. Passing, 173 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. That's not going to get it done. I mean, in the first game, McMillan, the wide receiver, had 300 yards on his own. So it's a classic, probably look-ahead spot. They held some guys out for that game. I am making this read, if you want to get really granular, as if they're coming back, obviously for personal reasons. I hope not that they're injured bad, but I hope they sit for this game. That would really help us out, but I'm expecting them back. I think they just held them out because it was an FCS school. So we know what Arizona can do. The thing that concerned me a little bit, and for me, I'm bullish on, they allowed New Mexico to actually really run. New Mexico had 38 for 210 on the ground. That's 5.5 yards per carry. You do that against Kansas State, it's going to be a problem. And I actually think that Kansas State can do that. So what did Kansas State do? Another interesting start to the season. Crushed Tennessee Martin. Then they almost lost, possibly could have, should have lost to Tulane on the road. Won that game late. It was back and forth, controversial calls, things of that nature. What I like about Kansas State, certainly everyone is very bullish on their quarterback. Avery Johnson can move, mobile, dual threat. He's looked great. They're at home, very strong at home. And their offensive line, which lost a lot, looks good. So 2 games, 31 carries for 283 yards against Tennessee Martin. That's 9.1 yards per carry. Level of competition issues, no doubt. 33 carries for 215 yards against Tulane, 6.5 yards per carry. That's very impressive as well. Big problem for them, and I don't know why this would be. This is why the read is interesting. Got to limit the explosive plays, but they have so much depth in that secondary. They should be better. Tulane, 342 yards passing. Explosive plays, 26, 28, 36, 47, 53-yard passes completed. That's way too many. You can't have that against Arizona. If it does, it's going to be in trouble. This over, I also think, is playable, but it's steaming right now. I'm not taking it at 61.5. I'll tell you that much. So very, very interesting game. But for me, to break it down, to sum it up, Kansas State on the ground, I think, can control this game. I also trust Kansas State's secondary, particularly at home. I think they will do enough against this Arizona offense. So you have 2 mystery teams here. This is a big, wide range of outcomes type game. It's pushed to 7.5 at a lot of books. Give me Kansas State -7 at -115. I mentioned the Discord and I mentioned tails. If you're looking for more bets than just Kansas State, if you want to know what else I'm doing with this game, if you want to talk about soccer or other sports, certainly we have WNBA. We have some of the sharpest people in the industry breaking that down in there. Just really good people in the community too. Come on in. You go here, you go to Tails, Discover Insiders, you get right here, you click in, the link is below, and as you can see, a 50% promo is going on right now for me. I'll bring it up on the screen. There it is. First week or month in the OS Marketplace, Jazz Raz 50. You're talking less than $1 a day. Secure yourself through a great, one of the best sporting months of the year is right now, September to mid-October. you're talking about a full month commitment for like 50 cents a day, I hope to see you in there. It's a great community, one that we really, really enjoy, and I think you'd enjoy it too. On that note, friends, appreciate everyone tuning in. Win, lose, or draw, we do this video every single day, and it's a blast doing it. So, Kansas State, it's your time to shine tonight. For me, for Arizona, and for, I would say, the Wildcats, but they're both the Wildcats. Good luck. Have a great Friday. Let's lead that into a really fun weekend here at Odd Shopper.